rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Kristen, will you take attendance, please?
Brad Bassick,
I'm here.
Ed Repe, Joe Skavarik,
Here.
Nicole Kelly,
Here.
Jen Wilson,
Here.
John Novosich,
Here.
Irene Morellis,
Here.
Carly Morris,
Here.
Carolina Columbia,
Here.
Robin Arvanitis.
Here.
All right, first up, we have approval of minutes from the December 3rd, 2025 meeting.
I can make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approves 4-0. Next up, we need to re-elect our positions. What does everyone want to do? Is everyone good with the slate as it is, or do we want to make changes?
I'm in favor of keeping the slate as it is.
Okay, any seconds there?
Yeah, I'll second keeping
Okay.
the same slate.
Then when we just
Yeah.
need a motion to do so?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Can we do that? Just keep the slate as it is, or do I need to go through all the names?
No, I think you can just say to maintain the
Okay.
officer positions as
I'd
they
like to make a motion then to maintain the slate for 2026 as we've had in 2025.
All right, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. We do need to appoint, this would be separate, appoint a liaison to the Park Foundation. I think it was Ed.
Yeah.
Is everyone good with Ed? Continue to be the liaison. I suppose he's not here, but that's what you get for not being here, right? Okay? We good with that?
Yep.
Okay, we need a motion on that one.
I'll make a motion to appoint Ed Repe to remain as the liaison to the Park Foundation.
All right, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. And then lastly, we need to appoint our attorney. The firm name is Burke, Costanza, and Carberry. Just so that you guys know, it's not listed on the agenda. Is everyone comfortable moving forward? Her fingers are crossed. Is everyone comfortable moving forward with Burke, Costanza, and Carberry for our attorney?
I'd like to make a motion to retain our attorneys for 2026 is 2025, Burke, Constanza, and
Carberry.
Harbor.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. We'll tell Christian you did a good job. Okay.
I will.
John, any correspondence over the holiday?
None?
Okay. Reports from staff?
None for me today.
Okay.
All right.
I guess that's me.
Hi, Irene. Yep.
Hi, how are you guys?
Wonderful.
Hope you
Happy
all
New
had
Year.
a great New Year. Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I don't have much, but next February, I will have the reports for the whole year completed.
Awesome.
So we'll have kind of a, like how I do the sheet every year, and it
Yeah.
kind of gives you highlights of things. So if there's anything you want me to, you really want to know about, you can let me know now, or you can email me, and I'll make
Okay.
sure that I have that for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, and then the only other thing is we have the daddy-daughter dance coming up. Woo, so
excited.
just
I
let
will
you
be
guys
there.
know about that. February 6th and 7th, and the
Are
mother
tuxes
son.
required since it's Great Gatsby themed?
Yes, it is.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
No,
Good to know.
costumes are never required. It's
All right.
more of our inner theme, what we bring to the table, I guess.
Absolutely. No, that's great.
Yeah, so, and then mother son is the 30th and 31st.
Cool.
So, and I think we're what, quarter?
Yeah, how are we doing on
We are a fourth full.
Yeah.
a fourth
So
full
we're
for
doing
mother
pretty
for
good.
both or?
That's
four.
combined, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so lots of
So-
spaces left open.
Yes.
Get your
Yeah.
tickets now.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right, sounds good.
And that's it. Thanks.
Okay, Kristen?
Nothing for me today.
Okay, awesome. Moving on. Any old business?
None?
None. Fantastic. New business. First item up on the agenda is to consider approval of the tournament request for the Indiana NSA Midsummer Showdown.
Carly? you
Anyone
wanna-
here from that organization, or Carly, are you representing them?
I will represent
Okay,
them in this
go for
moment. So we have previously hosted them at Rorman in 2023 and 2024. We were not able to last year due to a scheduling conflict. That was our firework weekend, so
Yep.
obviously couldn't have it. But they are requesting to come back to Rorman for 2026.
Fantastic. Any questions from the board?
No.
No, I'm good.
Oh, board.
Do you know, is the fee the same as it's been since the first year they've been with us?
Well, there was one year they asked for a reduction, but they did not ask for a reduction this year. So it's just the tournament 3 of $350 per field per day. And then a $150 security deposit.
Okay.
All right, we need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the Indiana NSA Midsummer Showdown.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Next up, we need to consider approval of the Modern Midways Carnival contract. John, what do we need to know about this? Is this different at all from last year?
This is the same agreement that we had previously. The only two changes are the pay one price wristband per day went up $5.
Okay.
And the mega passes, which is good for the whole week, went up $10. Otherwise, the terms are the same as they were previously.
Okay. And what are the dates this year?
The
we have
June
it?
10th through the 14th.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then it's, to be determined for subsequent years.
Okay. Awesome. Sounds great. Wait, is this a one-year contract?
It's a 3-year.
It's a 3-year contract. Okay, fantastic. Oh, yeah, I see it there. Awesome. Okay.
And John, does this include, does this bind us to the same exact rides and layout and everything that we had last year?
No, it doesn't bind us to the same exact rides. Actually, we had discussions with them last year about changing up some of the rides and, scaling back on some of the larger rides. So that's always kind of subject to what's available.
Okay.
Because they have other units that play in other, parts of the state or Illinois. So, but no, we're not bound to what we had, previously.
Okay, because I know we had discussed, there was discussion last year after the event that we would consider and continue discussing possibly changing up a little bit, reducing it a little bit.
Yeah, we had that discussion with them.
I just wanted to make sure that was
With
still
some
in
of the
play.
what we talked about,
Okay, great,
so
thank you.
I was aware of that.
I mean, I think that was one of the biggest issues we heard from a number of the public was it was just too crowded, and adults that had kids couldn't tell where they were because there was just so much there. So I don't know if it's the rides, the vendors, or both, and I don't know where we ended up with that, if we are going to scale it down, and if it is going to be rides, vendors, or both. Do you know where we stand?
Whether there's plans on scaling back on the food vendors, not having the craft vendors like we
Right.
had, maybe just some of our local not-for-profit organizations that are usually there, but scaling back on vendors and also, the rides that we've had, so.
Well, good.
So, I mean, that's a discussion too that we have with PD and line of sight and everything like that, so we will be scaling back. Is the exact number, I don't have that yet for you,
That's fine.
but I will soon be working on layout. Our application for vendors is not open yet, but we'd like to get that open soon also. But I think we're going to vet them more this year than we ever have, kind of just going through step by step, making sure no repeats, just, I guess, I don't want to say that it's all brand new, but, we're going to definitely deep dive into them, so.
Great.
Have you always done 3-year contracts?
Traditionally, yeah, even with the previous carnival operator.
Any other questions?
He had, was looking for a 5-year commitment, but we thought that was too long of a term.
Okay.
Would he have given us a discount if we had gone for 5 years?
No, that was not, that was the same
All right.
Does the-
percentages.
Well,
The price?
his loss. That makes
Does the
sense.
price stay the same for the next 3 years, or do they,
Those are going to be, decided mutually,
okay.
because, there's some, it's so hard, to predict costs, fuel costs, or maybe some other, factors that might affect price increases. But previously, the prices really didn't go up, I believe, in the 3 years we had it. So this is like the first time some of these wristband specials have went up in a few years. The single ticket prices are all the same, or the individual sheets that they sell, 20 or
Yeah.
40 are the same.
Okay. Any other questions?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, we can take a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept Modern Midway's contract for the next 3 years.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. All right. Kristen, do I need to sign this? Okay. Set that aside for later. Okay. Next up, discussion of the 2026 lease agreements for girls softball and Schererville soccer. Let's just start in the order they're listed. We'll start with girls softball. Is anyone here from girls softball? If you just want to come up to the podium so you can represent the organization. And by the way, please state your name and your address into the microphone for the record. Thank you.
My name's Robin Porter, 8821 Clark Place, Crown Point.
Anthony Romano, 616 Old Forge Road, Valparaiso, Indiana.
Okay, awesome. Okay, John, is there anything before, we give them a chance to speak? Is there anything we want
Really,
to?
I'll defer to Carly, because she's been pretty much a point of
Sure.
contact with both groups.
So we kind of just based everything off of the discussions that we've had the last few years on gradually increasing until we got back to the pre-COVID rate.
Yeah.
Which was 5,000, which is the eventual goal. In the past few years, we've gone from 2,000 to 3,400, and then in '25 we were at 3,900, and our recommendation is to do this year at 4,300,
Okay,
which means that in '27 we would be at that 5,000 mark.
okay. Guys, do you have anything you want to say?
One second, sorry.
Yep,
I
no
did
problem.
have one question about the lease.
About the what? I'm sorry, speak up.
The lease.
Oh, the lease, sure.
So what we were wondering about was getting it added on that we could put up our sponsorship banners at Stevens Park on the outfield fence. I think we're, year 3, we've still not raised our prices and tried to keep them. I know we talked to all the presidents of the towns around us. We're still one of, if not the highest rates in the area for registration. So in order to try to find a way to keep those prices down and not raise them up anymore, we figured maybe we could bring in more sponsors by adding in the banners at the practice fields for everybody to see.
Okay.
Anthony, what are you considering? Is like a 3x5 or 4x6? Would they be,
3x5, 3x6, somewhere around there.
and then what would be the length of time they would be up? Would it be April, a certain time, or?
I would say May till October. April to October.
And they would be facing into the field? Would they be facing out to?
They'd be facing in. So everybody, if parents were staying in the stands, they'd be able to see them from there.
On the outfield fence?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you specify too which parks you want to hang them at?
Stevens, I think they
Probably
said.
just
right?
Stevens.
Just Stevens?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or would it be Stevens Westfield? There's not a fence
Don't have
on.
anybody at Plum
on the
Creek.
East Field, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a fence there.
And then the league would be responsible if replace them, or?
Would we be able to add reader as well, if needed?
Well, Reader has no fence.
Just where you talking, the sideline fence?
Yeah, where were
We
you
have it
thinking
out.
at Reader?
That'd be, I'd be on the side fencing for the first base and third base line.
Trying to picture I'm trying to picture it.
I think what we would do is we'd use Stevens as a
Is it
primary,
south
and then if we
west?
had more, then we could add one or two over at Reader if we had any overflow on them.
Man, I would want to think a little bit more about Reader.
Yeah, if you did it,
I don't object to Stevens.
yeah, if you did it a reader, you'd probably be putting it on the fence facing where the crowd is.
That would be best, yeah.
Oh.
Well, if you're watching it, Reader, you're going to be seeing the back of the banners.
Yeah, you'd have to have it facing out towards the bleachers.
Yeah.
Do you have a list of who these sponsors are?
Not yet. We just started on the 2026 sponsors this past week. So I can't even, I had to get an answer before I even added that into our sponsorship form, and then whoever buys that sponsorship level.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
Do you have a goal of how many you would try to get sponsor, or like a limit, or just as many as you can?
I mean, definitely as many as we can. I think what was.
Yeah, because it's all non-for-profit, so, and with the rents raising each year, it's a struggle, you know, to try to keep the costs down. I would say 20 would be a good goal.
Yeah.
Have you done this in the past? I don't think you guys have
No.
done this in the past. Yeah, okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Who are you looking for sponsorship from?
Big businesses.
Okay,
We do a lot with just Asimos,
Okay.
Bullpen, you know, those owners.
okay.
They've
Sure.
helped us out a lot, and one of the owners actually asked me if, you know, we can hang one of their banners. That's how we started talking about it all.
Got it, okay.
Do they provide the banners? Do they make it, or do you guys?
No, we would do it. They would
Okay.
donate to the league, and then we would have the banners purchased.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how it is for your league, but I know a lot of times when we have tournaments for girls softballs, they have like temporary outfield fences, you know, instead of the true outfield, just because you never see a home run otherwise. Do you guys do that for the girls' league?
Only when Carly provides them.
Okay.
For tournaments, we provide that.
Adam for
But
Reach and
for their Stevens or Reader, they don't have that.
Okay.
No, Stevens, the Westfield has an actual outfield fence. The
Yeah.
East does not.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I know, Carly, we had put together some criteria of what,
I guess
what type of businesses would be advertised or ones that we maybe wouldn't want to have advertised.
Yeah, I just like, I don't want to like micromanage it, but I would have some, you know,
Like no smoke shops or stuff
yeah,
like that?
yeah, there would be certain businesses that I would not
Right.
want advertising at a children's park. I
And
could
we've
see that
always
being-
gone for more family-friendly businesses when we have had sponsors.
That was basically the gist of what ours said was family friendly.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
Yeah,
can
go ahead.
also add to the clause that you have a final saying in what banners
That was
can
gonna
be,
be- yeah.
can be added or not.
yeah,
For design too, design purposes, not only
Yeah.
what company it is.
is that it sounds like John and Carly would be primarily the ones handling that. I mean, is that adding a significant amount to your workload, or is that,
I don't
you guys
think
feel
so.
okay with that?
Based on Carol's suggestion,
Yeah.
and we would need an additional clause in the lease, and
Yeah.
it could probably have some language that if the board or department deems a banner offensive or not within the criteria that, you know, we have the right to remove it or have them remove it.
Okay.
I don't foresee that, but
Yeah.
still, it's a good practice to have, you know,
Absolutely.
something in place just
Yeah.
to make sure.
I agree with John.
Okay.
So is this exclusively at Stevens Park?
Well, they were asking for Reader too, you know, I'm
Stevens
gonna,
and Stevens and
I'm
or,
gonna default to Carly and John on
Happy with
this.
that too, but I wasn't gonna push my luck too much.
I'm just thinking for Reader for, I guess, an aesthetic purpose. I don't know how well that would work out. Stevens, I see no problem with, but Reader, if we could pinpoint a better location,
Reader,
potentially?
my one point with Reader would be, like, if we were to allow Reader, then I think during the fest, they would need to come down.
Right.
Because A, there's a lot of people going through. I don't want you guys to be on the hook if there's damage. I don't want us to be on the hook if there's damage. I would want to make sure there's a clause in there that says that we are not in any way responsible if the banners get damaged, blown away, whatever. That'll be on you guys, that won't be on us.
When we talk reader, are we talking about the main fence to the park or just the fencing where the field's at?
On the field.
So, yeah, that's a little different. During Fest, that whole area is blocked off, so it's actually dark over there. Like he said, we're not responsible for anything, but no one's gonna see it over there too, if that's what you're asking. Because they're coming in from the side to Beer Garden, but that's behind the stage, where the fencing is.
I got you.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
I can
not-
picture it now that you're saying
Right,
it, yeah.
right. I mean, really, that's not a main street, so there's just like residents on that side.
Yeah, it's not an issue of seeing, it's more like, there's stuff that happens at the fest every year. I feel
Right.
like every year in July, we have to all get together and have a meeting,
there's
talk
some
about all the
other
crazy stuff that
events.
happens at Fest. I would want to,
Yeah.
I would think that if we were to allow them at Reader, I would think it'd be appropriate that they be taken down
Yeah.
during the fest, just as an added precaution. Maybe the advertisers would want them up, but if they're not going to be seen anyway,
It really just depends on how the stage is positioned,
yeah.
so.
And to be clear, we want to support you guys. Our costs are going up. We have to make sure that we are at least able to keep up with our costs for maintaining everything and, the cost of fertilizer, the cost of, all the stuff that we need to buy, the cost of labor is just, it's gone through the roof on us. And, so that's why I know your board turns over frequently. I talked to one of the last board members about this. I don't know, whenever we had that conversation, Carly, a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago. But, that's why we're in this position, is just our costs are going up. And we have to be responsible for that, so.
And that's understandable. We all donate our time to do this.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid. We're begging people to help us.
Yeah, sure.
Donate. But then we also need to try to keep the costs down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're not helping our kids in our my community.
Yeah, I
grew up
understand.
here.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to help our kids.
Yep.
But if the prices are too high, then they're going to Dyer or St. John or Maryville, you know what I mean? They're going everywhere else, so.
And I know
I
all
get it.
those towns have concession stands that their sales helps
Yes.
offset registration costs, so
Yeah.
that's why we're trying to think out of the box, other ways to increase sponsorships and keep those costs down as long as
Yeah.
we can.
Yep.
Because we're in the same boat. I mean, balls are what, 110 a dozen now, I think, and we're not gonna talk about how many we go through a year, because I don't wanna think of that number.
And we lost our money from the concession stand. Since now that's taken over by the town, that used to be help,
Yeah.
so.
Well, and we had offered that to you guys to run
The issue
initially.
with that is we have no storage for the food in between.
Right. I know.
We'd have to go buy.
I know logistically it was challenging, but we did have, like, this was, 8, 9 years ago, but we did have that conversation when the facility was being built, and you guys were like, no, we don't want
That
it.
was right before we came on.
Ah, I gotcha, okay. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I had a question for attorney.
Yep.
Would you just suggest that we just have an addendum to this lease separately for the banner? or-
I think you should add it to the lease. You can add it as an addendum, but you at least need to mention it in the lease, yeah.
Okay.
That you're gonna have an
Because
addendum
we
to it.
still would need to formulate some criteria and forward that to you or Christian and
Absolutely.
get the language, that we would want.
How specific do we need the language, or can we leave it relatively vague and leave it at John and Carly's discretion, or the board's discretion, whatever we decide?
Well, it's better to be more specific
Yeah.
Okay,
than less, but we can talk, I can talk to them on the phone and
Okay.
figure that out.
okay. Yeah, let's plan on that then.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Do we need to make a motion on this, lease?
I
or-
would suggest that we draft this, and then at the next meeting,
Yep.
the board could
Okay,
formally
that's
approve it. If you're
great.
conceptually fine with it now, we'll move forward, Carly and I with the attorney, and draft something, and
Well, then we'll just
we
leave it.
could run it, and
Yeah.
send it to you too, to make sure we got dates right, or, something.
Well, let's plan on that then. Let's plan on just tabling it for now.
I'm
and
okay,
we'll
I'm
bring it up.
okay with the
Question.
concept.
business from the floor? What?
You guys actually have freezers in the concession, right? Yeah. Like, you guys are just new, I don't know if you realize that you have equipment there. Yeah, we're from soccer, you have equipment in the storage area, Charlie. Like those units are not ours, they're theirs.
Okay.
So, I don't know their wherewithal, like, I don't know how well they work, but I do believe they are functional. I just want you guys to know that, because I know you're about to enter the lease and don't want a concession on it, because of what you just said. If you do have equipment, I believe you guys might want to.
Okay.
Well, just be in communication with John and Carly before our next meeting, and then you guys can talk to our attorney and figure out what we need to add or take away and go from there.
So is it okay to send out our sponsorship forms to the businesses? Is it going to be allowed at some capacity? I mean, can we add that into our forms so we can start?
What do you think, attorney?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Is it going to be approved, having the banners at Stevens, so we can add that into our documents?
Well, if you plan on approving it, they can start doing that, and we'll come up with the parameters for those banners and location. And as soon as it's approved, if you approve in the next meeting,
Is that something we need to vote on now?
no,
Okay,
no, for the next meeting after we figure out the details.
yeah, okay. Does anyone have any objections to that?
No, not at all. So I guess the answer is they could go ahead and start getting
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yep.
I would say work with Carly to make sure that we feel comfortable with who those are.
Sure.
You know, and then we'll work about the legal stuff
That
next
sounds good.
month.
And then before we move on, is the concession something that is on the table? Like if they wanted to take it back, is that a possibility now that they have freezers, or is that off the table?
You're referring to Stevens Park?
At Stevens, you're referring to, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for their softball concessions.
We do most of our games at Rorman now.
Okay, so it
Oh,
wouldn't really help that
Yeah,
much.
so that's not helpful, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you guys want to say? All right,
Does that all, so this getting added and then the price increase, is that really the only difference in the lease?
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
That's all I got.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, Schererville Soccer, you guys want to come up?
Phil Patrick, 2720 Autumn Drive.
Yep.
Diana Fry, 1441 Madeline Grace Court.
Okay, awesome. That's softball. I have soccer, here's soccer. Thank you, sorry, guys. All right, John, anything you want to?
Again, I defer to.
Yeah, or Carly, sorry.
That's all right. So there's a couple different things in front of you guys. One thing that I'd like to point out first, Dina, who is the president of soccer, she could not be here today.
Okay.
She did send an email with kind of her 2 cents in there. I'll just give you the cliff notes for now, just so you guys
Is
can.
is the email here or no?
It's in your
Yes, it is.
packet.
And it looks like a spread.
Oh, I got it.
I think it was on top of the lease agreement.
I see it. There's so many lease agreements in these packets. Yep, okay, great.
So before I even get into that, though, I will say, in the past, we've talked again, just like we did with softball, about increasing the lease. I believe the number that we eventually want to get them to was 7,000. We didn't really come up with a timeline for them, and then this is where I'm kind of going to refer to that email from Dina.
Yeah.
Due to the financial issues caused by a former board member of theirs, that there is still an active investigation open on. She just has a few notes she'd like put in there. If you guys want to look through that, ask any questions or anything. Did you guys have a copy of this? Okay. And then after
What has
that-
been their, what have they paid the past 2 or 3 years? Has it gone up or?
So they were at They've been at 5,000.
Yeah.
It has not gone up.
It did not go up last year. We gave them
Yes.
warning that this year it was going to go up.
Yes, we gave them kind of a grace period, just because of the situation that you guys have been in.
Yep.
And then there's 2 other sheets included as well. I kind of did a comparison. This is all from 2025, what they were paying, and then it also has all the hours based off the schedules that were given to me from Dina, their usage versus what they would have been paying
Gotcha.
per ordinance rates.
Per ordinance
And then the same thing for the other sheet, it's based off of our maintenance costs that we've put in.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. So, looking at the leases, it looks like it's blank. Are you looking for guidance from us as far as what?
Yes, just because I know we did say that, we listened back on
Yeah.
a study session that we previously had, and, we did say that if we gave the grace period, it may exponentially kind of go up kind of
Yep.
quickly versus in smaller increments.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine with either way. I don't, I kind of want your guidance on that. I don't want to
Sure.
do it too quickly with the struggles they're having, obviously.
Yeah.
So I just kind of want to see where your mindset's at.
I mean, I guess I'll speak first on this. I'm just looking at our total costs, for expenditures for 2025. We're charging $5,000 and it's costing us $51.71. We have to get above our costs. Like we just absolutely have to.
We were here at that last.
Yeah, I remember you guys being there. I mean, my initial thought would be, we go up to, let's see, I think we said the end game was 7,000. So we go up to, 5,600 or 5,700.
Okay.
That's my initial thought. But I'd be open to, feedback from the rest of the board as well.
These are costs from 2025?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, they're from 2025.
Do you know, just off of our needs, has anything increased? Like, do you have an estimate of what maybe 2026 would be?
It would be very
More than this.
similar.
Or similar, probably.
It's pretty much what, we do,
Yeah.
Okay,
unless there was something extreme, which it's hard to say, but
Okay.
typically we're aerating, fertilizing, trying to do some overseeding, the mowing.
and then from this email, Dina talked about field upkeep, vandalism. Do they add to, they help maintain the fields? Is that am I understanding
Per
that?
soccer's lease, field maintenance is their responsibility.
Okay.
There are certain things, though, that we will obviously step in and take care of. Because you're right, the public does use those parks as well. You can't be liable for every single thing that happens at park. So there are certain things that we go in and we help as much as we can.
Okay,
And we supplied like dirt last year, and I think you had
Yeah.
groups, people went out, coaches or volunteers, and seeded. Some areas, we do some general overseeding.
Who cuts the grass?
We do.
Oh, the town does?
Yeah, we contract that out, and then we also do additional mowing, usually on a Friday before.
Before Saturday games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
they
use-
stripe the fields?
They stripe the
Yep.
fields, they responsible for the nets, they provide benches, we do the garbage removal. That's
Okay.
about it,
So it's a-
really.
it's a joint effort where they're helping, yeah, okay.
To give you a better idea, Jen, if you look at the soccer field expenditures, it kind of gives you a better idea of what we're doing. It's basically everything John just said,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Yeah.
So I agree with Brad. I like those numbers that you threw out there.
Okay.
We gotta have to find a happy medium between covering our expenses,
Yep.
but also we want the soccer club to be able to operate
Yeah, absolutely.
efficiently and effectively, in light of what's been going on with you guys, so.
Is there anything you guys want to say?
Honestly, I feel like you guys are in a good spot for us.
Yeah.
We've been working really hard at the finances and trying to figure out where can we cut costs throughout the budget.
Sure.
We found a lot of places for that, to transition, because we knew by last meeting that this was coming, that there was gonna be an increase. So we're trying to be mindful of that. So
Yeah.
we've been calculating still jerseys are going way up.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
So we understand it. What you just proposed, I think that's in alignment with what we were hoping
Yeah.
to hear was like that type of transition. Our
Sure.
biggest concern was, is this going to be a one step or a two step? And it feels
No, we want to be, we understand,
like a
yeah,
three-step,
yeah.
two or three-step.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with the
That's heading
5700
towards
was
where
like,
we
yeah,
want
the
it to be.
three-step, yeah.
So I think it's reasonable.
Okay.
And appreciated.
Yeah.
Right? Immensely appreciated. As you know, like they said, we're all volunteers here.
Yeah, sure.
And we put a lot of time and effort into it. So, it's definitely, you guys are putting a lot of time and effort and thought into it for us, and we appreciate that. The improvement, like we had some comments last time we were here about like the vandalism or
Yeah.
the upkeep. It was like she just mumbled it just a moment ago. Phenomenal with the mowing this last season. Probably one of the best years we've had.
Yeah.
In all honesty, and helping us keep the fields maintained and everything. So it's been a good partnership from our perspective. So
Good.
we appreciate like what you guys are proposing.
Good. Okay.
So what do you think the final
I mean, I think
number-
5700 is good.
What's that?
5700 is good. That puts us
Yeah,
at kind
I
of
was
on a
thinking,
three-step
well, I don't know
pace.
if we're approving like a 3-year, I'm in favor of the 3-year. If it was me, I would say 5,600, 6,200, and then 7,000
Yeah,
over the next 3 years.
that's fine. Okay, I'm okay
Yeah, I
with
like
that.
that.
Everybody good with that?
Can you repeat that, Joe?
Well, the 5,600 the first year, then the 6,200, and then the third year up to 7,000.
Thank you.
So 6, 6, and 8,
Yep.
okay.
And that way it gives you guys a good plan of where we're gonna be going the next couple of
Yeah,
years.
you have a rough idea.
The only clarification I need is this vandalism thing. Like, what is that? What is the conversation around the vandalism?
Any vandalism we'll handle.
Okay. got
As
it.
in, it depends, well,
think that
you
there
have to
was a
define vandalism sometime. I'm pretty sure the vandalism that we're talking about was markings on a building. I think it was Stevens, that's what I'm thinking of. And then obviously, you know, if someone drove their truck through the park, like, we would
Yeah.
help with that. We're not gonna leave you hanging on that, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
On having people. I don't
Storage
know if
shed.
You know,
the storage shed, that's what it was, yeah.
yeah, we keep on having people go out there and like, and I know the whole fence issues that we've been having in Schererville with kids running through them.
Yep.
They're going out there and they're tearing our goals down and flipping them and tearing up the grass, just because they're all spiked. So when they do that,
Yeah.
they tear up the grass when they do it. And then they've been we get the porta potties knocked down 3 to 4 times a season.
Ah, that's the worst.
And luckily, no spray painting. Oh, luckily, no spray painting of it, but we've just been seeing the goals be knocked over. And then, but they're staked down like they're supposed to per the lease. But they're getting knocked down, so it's just tearing things up. And then the porta potties constantly. We've caught them 2 of the 4 times and said, go back and fix what you just did. And then we tell them, we're either gonna talk to your parents or the police next time. But sometimes it happens in the middle of the night.
Yep.
So, and we just don't know, but.
and I only brought it up because it was in Dina's email, how that you guys have increased costs due to field upkeep vandalism. So I was just curious how much of that you guys are doing. So it's good to
Yeah.
hear that we're, you know,
Yeah, for
we're doing it
example-
too.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't think it
yeah,
should
it's
be
more
all-
we did a
volunteer time
major
fixing
repair
it.
at Rorman, I think someone drove on the field, but they also have a storage shed at Rorman, so if something gets spray painted at shed, or they bust a lock or do something, or even if there's storm damage, that's their responsibility to repair that shed.
Yep,
The
that's
concession
all ours.
stand, we have been maintaining that and responsible for repairs. If there's something internally, like their cooler or fridge or popcorn machine, that's theirs, but if there's a water break, you know, we're having a plumber come out, if the drains aren't working or, you know, so something, we have to, you know, take care of that building.
Yep.
Yeah, and all that works great. That partnership is
So-
good.
We pay the utility bills at Stevens, and then they store their stuff there. Actually, girls softball, if you have stuff there, perhaps you could put on eBay, and if you're not using it, or sell it to soccer.
It's Coca-Cola, so.
Okay, so I think it sounds like we are all in agreement on the 5,600 for this year. I don't, this isn't a 3-year lease, is it?
No, these are all one
Okay,
year.
so we're kind of giving you a heads up of what to expect next year and the year after that, but that's not going to be formally written down at this point. I think we need a motion to approve that lease
So
from the board.
I'll make a motion to approve the Schererville Soccer League's lease agreement to 5,600 for the year of 2026.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Thanks, guys. Have a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other new business? Nope. Okay. Any business from the floor? Nope. Okay. Next meeting is
February 4th?
February 4th. Is that correct?
Yep.
6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.? Okay. We just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.